Okay, we will continue the chapter. Now we see some uses of synthetic fiber. Comparing to natural fiber, it is less cost, very cheap, and it is durable. We can easily wash and it will dry soon. One activity is that take two cloths. One is made up of natural fiber, that is woolen cloth. The second one is synthetic fiber. First one is wool, second one is any synthetic fiber, rayon or nylon, you take it, or polyester. The two cloth, you make it wet and spread it on the rope. Who will dry very soon? Synthetic fiber dries very soon, whereas woolen cloth takes much time to dry. So this is one of the advantage of synthetic fiber over natural fiber. What is the use? Easily dry. It easily dries. Okay, these are the advantages of synthetic fiber over natural fiber. In what manner it is useful? It is very cheap, whereas natural fibers are costly, and it is durable, it is easy to wash, easy to dry. These are the uses of synthetic fiber. The next one is, we are going to study about plastic. I told you plastic is made of polymers. Plastic is made of polymers. One example, commonly we use polythene, plastic, polythene cover, polyethylene. This polythene is a plastic which we use daily, we use in the market, available, easily available, polythene cover. This polythene is a plastic, it is made of polymers. Its monomer is ethene. Okay, many monomers of ethene combine to form polyethylene, that is polymer. This is monomer, this is polymer. What is the monomer of polyethylene? Ethene is a monomer of polyethylene. I will show the structure. This is one ethene, this is one monomer, this is another monomer, and this is another monomer. Okay, due to high pressure and temperature, they combine to form big structure. How they combine? Like this. They combine like this. Okay, this is one structure. They combine to form big structure. This is the structure of polyethylene. Okay, now become one molecule, big molecule. Three small monomers join to form big one polymer. So it is a kind of plastic. Its monomer is ethene. The next one is types. Generally, plastics are two types. One is thermoplastic, second one is thermosetting plastic. Thermoplastic, thermosetting plastic. Okay, two type of plastic. It is made of linear structure. It is made of linear structure. Thermosetting is made up of cross-link. Okay, it is cross-linked structure. It is made of linear structure. It is made up of cross-linked structure. Okay, it is plastics are two types: thermoplastic, thermosetting plastic. It is a linear structure polymer. This is a cross structure polymer. Okay, here middle chain will be there, so it is called cross structure polymer. And example of thermoplastic is bucket and a pen, this pen and a small simple household things, small bucket, mug, these all thermoplastic. Thermosetting plastic examples are melamine and bakelite. Melamine and bakelite, these are the example of thermosetting plastic. Okay, this thermoplastic can be reshaped, reheated, and we can make new product again. Once it is made, again we go for reheating, remolding and reshaping, and we can make new things again. Whereas thermosetting is permanent. Once made, it will be permanent. We cannot remake it. We cannot reshape it. We cannot remold it. That is the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. First difference, it is a linear structure. It is a cross-linked structure. Second one, it is this thermosetting is examples are melamine, bakelite. This examples are pen cap, whatever it may be, bucket, mug, etc. Third difference is it can be remolded, reshaped, can be reheated. It cannot be reheated or remolded. Once it is made, it becomes permanent. And this melamine resists fire. So the people who work in fire station, they used to wear this type, the material which is made up of melamine. They wear the particular dress, the dress which is made of melamine, because it resists fire, fireproof material. Understand, it is a bad conductor of heat. So fire person, those who are working in fire office or fire person, those people wear melamine dress. And also it is used to make floor tiles. Okay, fire person, fire dress, floor tiles. Okay, these are the used of these all materials made of melamine. Okay, it is kind of plastic. And bakelite, it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. So all the electrical appliances in our house, switchboard, these all made of, what is that? Bakelite. These are thermosetting plastic. Okay, they are resistant to fire, resistant to heat, resistant to electricity. These are permanent. I told you thermosetting plastics are permanent, cannot be reheated, cannot be melted. So these are used, generally these are used in our electrical appliances, switchboard, etc., wherever appliances we are using. Understand? Next we study characteristics of plastic. This plastic we are comparing with metal. People used to prefer plastic rather than metal. Why? Because we can keep any kind of food in plastic container. If you keep any food in the metal container, the reaction take place. Understand? Here, no reaction take place with any food materials. No reaction take place. Inactive. Okay, it is inactive plastic. So people are preferring plastic rather than metals. And it is poor conductor of electricity. Okay, metal is a good conductor of electricity, and it is durable, it is cheap. So due to these all reasons, people prefer plastic rather than metal. Okay, these are the characteristics of plastic. It is less reactive, it doesn't react with any food materials. So we can keep the food, any kind of food, in the container, plastic container. Second, it is poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is durable. It is less cost. It is very cheap. So people prefer plastic rather than metal container. The degradable, biodegradable, non-biodegradable. Okay, biodegradable, non-biodegradable. What is biodegradable means? That a household waste, that is vegetable peels or whatever things waste from the vegetable or fruit, it will be decomposed with the help of microorganism. The thing paper also degradable. After a few days it decomposes and mixed with the soil. So those materials are called biodegradable material. Non-biodegradable material or substance which does not degrade with the soil. It does not decompose. Example, all the metals, iron, aluminium, copper, plastic, these materials do not decompose with the soil. Understand? So, you know the difference between biodegradable, non-biodegradable. Here you can write vegetable peels, paper. Here you can write all the metals and plastics. The next one is, how will you keep the environment clean? How will you keep the environment clean? For this, you should learn 4Rs. What is 4Rs? Reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. You have to stop buying the plastic materials like polythene and all. Instead, you can use jute fiber, jute bag, okay, or cotton bag, whatever it may be, which will decompose. So plastic don't buy don't prefer because it does not decompose. So we got to avoid using plastic materials. And reuse means once the plastic is used, you can reuse instead of throwing outside, or instead of buying new bottle, you can reuse it. And what is recycle means, kabadi walas, we can sell it instead of throwing a plastic. We can sell those material to these people. They will sell it for recycling the material. And what is recover means, some of the solid waste can be converted to electricity or compost. Yes, and compost, vegetable peel, this matters and all, we can make it into compost. That is manure, prepare manure. So like that, otherwise we can convert some waste, solid waste are converted into electricity. So like that, we can go for recovering the materials. So we try to follow these 4Rs, so that we can save our environment. Okay. And what is one thing is left, Teflon. It is plastic. Non-stick materials are made of Teflon. Non-stick materials are made up of this Teflon. Stick materials. Okay. Okay, that's all. All the best.